Hello, YouTuber. This is Simpson Michael from Screw Production, bring you a new podcast from my segment called "Are They Both the Same Thing?" And like always, I'm going to speak very loudly, very clearly, and very slowly in case you don't understand me. Also, I'll try to do my best not to breathe so hard during this audio podcast recording, as well not to cause any audio feedback. Now, so let's get into this month's podcast. Are they both the same thing? It's the Richard Pryor show and Chappelle show both the same thing. Let's start with Richard Pryor. Now, during the late 60s and 70s, Richard Pryor was the biggest comedian in the world, within the world. So on September the 13th, 1977, NBC gave Richard Pryor his own TV show called The Richard Pryor Show. Now, the show was created by Richard Pryor. Even though the show only lasted to one season and only had 4 episodes, the show was a phenomenon ahead of its time. It got canceled in October the 4th, 1977, due to Richard's personal problems with the network, with the network and such. So basically, and plus the content of the show, even though the show did very well in the ratings, there was still a lot of controversy about Richard's sketches and plots, and also about Richard's personal life as well. But anyway, the show helped launch the careers of John Witherspoon, Paul Moody, and Robin Williams. So that's the Richard Pryor. So the show was created by Richard Pryor, and so basically it last 4 episodes. And to this day, the Richard Pryor show was it was a show ahead of his time, not yet ready to be accepted by TV. Now let's get into the Chappelle show. On January the 22nd, 2003, Dave Chappelle and his best friend Neo created Chappelle Show. Now, created Chappelle Show. The first now, basically it's a comedy sketch show. Basically it's a good comedy. Basically it's a comedy sketch show. So anyway, the first season alone that it aired on Comedy Central, the first season alone generated really put Comedy Central on the map when it came to sketch comedy. The first season when the first season of Chappelle Show came to DVD, it broke DVD records to it broke DVD records. The first comedy sketch ever to break most DVDs sell for a comedy sketch show, and plus by a comedy actor. So when the second season aired, when the second season aired, it broke the previous record for the first season of Chappelle Show. So anyway, during the third, so basically the Chappelle show was a big hit, but during halfway to filming season three, Chappelle had an incident happen, during one of his sketches, and therefore decided not to finish recording season three and walk away from the show. So basically, but Common System Sue Chappelle and all his unfinished sketches at the third and final season of Chappelle Show. So Chappelle Show ended on July 23, 2016. Now so basically, Chappelle's Show only had 3 seasons and 28 episodes. It also helped launch the career of Donald Rolling. It also helped boost the career, helped relaunch the career of Charlie Murphy, being Eddie Murphy's brother. Now, let's see what these shows do. Both had a common. Both shows had the hottest comedians of their time. Being Richard Pryor was the hottest comedian during his time period, and Chappelle was the hottest comedian in his time period. Both shows were controversial, and phenomenally were both controversial with their sketches, but at the same time was successfully funny. Both shows were phenomenal. Both shows were phenomenal. Both comedians created their own shows. So their own shows. Both Paul Moody starred as the star and written for the Richard Pryor Show and the Chappelle Show, and also guest star in recurring sketches. Now, the only way I can really what they don't have in common is, both shows were all in different time periods. Both shows were on different networks during the time being. The Richard Pryor Show was on basic television, and the Chappelle Show was on cable. Until this day, the Richard Pryor Show and the Dave Chappelle Show are still compared to each other at a time. Even though Chappelle Show is gone, but anybody compares that Dave Chappelle is still compared to Richard Pryor to this day, and so his show. So basically, these are the things they don't have in common. So anyway, what do you guys think about this? So anyway, this is Simpson Michael signing off. Until next month. 1.